So hi, we're here today again in Bucha after like exactly 2 months, I would say. I'm here with Alex. Alex is a local journalist and also he's working for some TV companies. The best thing is, please introduce yourself, who you are and what you are doing.
Okay, hi, I'm Alex. I'm a local citizen. It's my hometown, Bucha, and I'm a journalist and I'm also a communication manager. And for last 3 months, I'm a volunteer just for Bucha.
So let's go back 2 months, or let's go back 3 months. How did you feel this occupation time, or how did it start for you, the war? Let's start on 24th or 25th of February.
It's a common story for a lot of people. Just a phone call from my friend, and she told that the war is begun. And I'm I'm a father. I have a daughter. She's 2 years old. So the first day it was something like a mess in here in Bucha, and especially when you hear this bombing near the city. But we stayed for the night in the basement, and early in the morning we set up in the car and just right away.
So then you left, and a month later we both have been there. You have been back. It was my first time in Bucha. What did you thought after seeing all these pictures? Like, we talk about dead people, dead animals. Everything is nearly destroyed. Everything was looted. So what was your feeling when you came back?
During this period of occupation, I continue my work as a journalist and as a in communications, because it was a part of evacuation time here in Bucha, and I try to find all information about the people who evacuated, and information about the buses, about the time and place where they will be during this evacuation time. And I also found a lot of people who stayed here, and during the occupation period they had the opportunity to text me. So they have mobile
network,
yeah. And of course I try to gather this information and call to different people saying that their parents are still alive, and that guy is still alive. So it's more than 20 people who lived during the occupation in different sectors in Bucha. They had network, and they texted me that it's okay or not okay, that we know the names of people who are not alive now. So it's also was hard time to text their relatives that they are dead. But on the first day after the occupation, we've met really different, not that city that we saw it before. I'm afraid it was really hard to understand that it can be because my apartment is also looted, and in apartment of my sister lived Russian soldiers, and it was really danger to enter that house before the guys who
demined it, or
demined it, yeah, this word, before the guys came in. But I understood that a lot of people they really need help. So as a volunteer, I came back the day after day with a whole car of humanitarian aid and tried to find the different, try to cover different sectors, not just the center of Bucha, but the
Suburbs.
yeah, suburbs, because we have not just Bucha in our community. We have more than we have 14 villages and different places. So we try to cover all this space.
So, how was it for you to see all these dead people, like all the mass graves at the church? Like, what do you feel?
It's hard to talk about this because a lot of that people are were my friends, were my classmates, my child, not classmates,
Kindergarten
but
friends.
kindergarten friends, yeah, and my neighbors from nearest apartment, and it's quite hard to talk about this because I knew a lot of people that people.
So, what would you answer people who are doubting what was going on here? Because you know there are all this Russian propaganda who says the Ukrainians did it by themselves. They put the bodies on the street. What would you tell to these people?
Nothing, because it's really hard to understand just sawing on the pictures, not really by your eyes. But I understood that if more journalists, more volunteers, more people will talking about this and showing these photos or videos, that it's real. It's crimes, war crimes, as they are. So that more people will change their minds.
So you mentioned like villages, because when we went here the first time, so we talk. It's not like Bucha, it's Irpin, it's Borodyanka, Nemeshaeva. So as more far you go to the north of the border to Russia, as more it gets worse, or the same like here. It's not, because the world thinks everybody talks about Bucha, but there are many more places. Can you-
We have also Ivanki, we have also Makarov, we have also Dimer. If we are talking about Bucha, it's just maybe 30% of destroyed, or not destroyed, but damaged buildings. But if we going to
Borodyanka?
or Mushum, where the 90% are destroyed, not damaged, it's also shows how it was during the occupation.
So what I mean, we talked when we were here. The thing is, we produced a documentary, so we didn't publish any interviews till now, or just some. What can you tell us? What happened? What did the Russian soldiers did here?
Just have fun, I think.
Fun,
Because,
yeah.
No,
Yeah, I know
Without-
they were
because-
drinking all over. They
Yeah.
were looting.
yeah, there was this rubber doll, sex doll, is here on this place for 2 weeks, and just lying on the doll. Yeah?
So you say basically the Russian soldiers made parties here.
Yeah, they made Bucha like a basement to just to looting for fun, to
Drinking.
to
Raping.
Yeah, but it's very dangerous topic.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just for killing a lot of people. It's
Sorry. So do you think the Russian soldiers killed for fun?
yeah. I think so, because I can't find normal answer on this question why they did it.
So now it's like 3 months ago when it started. What is your feeling now? What do you think what the future will bring?
Everything will be okay. We will win. We will return all our territory and rebuild it. We are now in a building. These buildings are no. Director of building firm who built it, he said that he renewed all these houses by his own money. So just for example of this person, I understand that we have a lot of such person, like volunteers who made something for army now here in Bucha, or who just want to clean the streets without money, just for.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that area? Is it, who was living here? Like average families from Kiev? Like who I mean, who was living here right now? I mean, you said you are local, so
it's a new buildings. Yeah, a lot of people from Kiev want to live in a quiet area, so they often decide to change Kiev to Bucha, and these apartments are just for
families.
3 or 4 years old, and there are a lot of families, and me and my wife and my daughter also played on this garden just half a year ago. So there are a lot of young people, a lot of families.
We need to address it. I know that's a hard topic. It's also a hard topic for us to talk about that. Like we heard stories that Russian soldiers mined the kindergarten places and all that stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I know just about children piano was mined.
Yeah, I know. They mined the piano of children. I saw places in kindergartens which they mined them.
Backpacks, child backpacks with grenade inside
for the school. So.
Yeah. Yeah, we have such examples when they try to leave some mine in the garden.
Can we talk about the rape stories, or you don't want to talk about that?
I don't really have a lot of information on this topic.
Okay.
I try to stay back.
Yeah, we can totally understand that.
I'm a father of a daughter. It's quite hard to understand and quite hard to find these stories because a lot of victims also don't want to speak about it.
Yeah, I can imagine. So let's talk about a little bit about the future. So first of all, I wish you all the best for you and your family, your wife, your children, your child. If you could say something, for example, like to the public in Europe, to the people in Europe, what would you tell them?
Support Ukraine, pray for Ukraine. We stand for safety of all Europe, and more and more people started to understand this, because if we lose, all Europe can lose. So that's all.
So I can just tell you from my personal view and from the view of our company and all our friends, we stay with you 100% from the beginning. Slava Ukraini.
Героям слава.